Yo, what up, y'all? Y'all already know what it is. This is Whatever It Takes, fifth quarter, week 14, season 2, coming down to the trenches of the end of season 2. And we're going back to season 12 for a little recap. And first up in week 12, we had the Bills and Pats. Pats, once upon a time, was in first place, early in the season. They now have about 7 losses on the year. Just as fast they was up, just as fast they went down. And the thing about it is that it's playing out the same way it did last season, just with one of the teams is a little different. Bills fought his way back to win the division, and instead of the Patriots, it was the Jets. Now, it looked like the Patriots is going to miss the playoffs, but the Jets actually made the playoffs. That's the only difference. But same thing. One team was leading the division, for, a period of time, and then they just couldn't hang on to it. So, like, the same thing is going down again in Buffalo, once again, like they're getting hot at the right time. Then we had Cards and Browns. This was a great win for the Cards. You know what I'm saying? This is a great win for the Cards, but, I mean, the thing about it is, though, there's no time for a parade, yeah, it's a good win. Yeah, it's a big win, but you gotta move on. You know what I'm saying? We gotta move on. Like, if I'm the Browns, yeah, it's a loss that he feel a way about, but I don't think he loses sleep over it. Luckily for the Cards, though, his division haven't been playing up to par. You know what I mean? But still in all, the Cards. I think he won his last 2 up to this point, because I believe he beat the 49ers the week before. So listen, you can struggle early, but I'd rather struggle early and turn it up late. And can the Cards do that? We'll find out. But nevertheless, it was a good win against the Browns. Definitely. Then we had Dolphins and Steelers. This game was a shootout. Dolphins won this game 41-38. Dolphins won this game 41-38. Dolphins been balling this year on the low. They got 3 losses. I think I looked up and seen their record was like 9-3 or something like that, or 10-3, something like that. But Dolphins been playing way better ball this season than what they were last season. And with that offense over there, the offensive firepower that they have, that definitely could be scary come playoff time. So Dolphins is clicking at the right time, and it don't look like he's going to have a collapse. I'm pretty sure he's leading the division, which I will check out shortly, but Dolphins playing some good ball right now at the right time. Then we had Bengals and Jags. The Bengals won this one 28-21. Listen, when you look up and you see the Jags, like one week they get blown out, one week they compete, but they don't get it done. They gotta pull out these close games, because you're not gonna, you gotta get them close games, because that shows a lot, about who you are as a player, to be able to pull out the tight games, and that's the thing. You got a lot of guys who know how to win when they blowing somebody out, but when it comes down to the big play, a lot of guys don't know how to make the big play, so it's a difference, it's the difference between being a front runner and being clutch. Jazz got to work on being more clutch. I've seen them in quite a few games, but they always never get it done at the worst time. Chiefs and Broncos. Broncos season been over. Broncos never recovered from last season. I don't know what's going on with Denver, but I'm pretty sure in this offseason he's going to make some serious moves to shake up that roster over there, because the Denver roster is not even bad. They got a nice team, but for whatever reason, when they went left going back to last season, it never went back right. He went left and it stayed left, never been the same, and it showed. So, I don't know. I can't call it, but nevertheless, good win for the Chiefs. And I got to look at the records too, because I don't know what Dre's doing. I don't know what's his record. I don't know if his season is over. I don't know if he got a win out, what I'm saying? But the Chiefs definitely had a rough start, definitely had a disappointing season from last year. Does he still have a shot? I'm not sure, but we will be checking it out. Niners and Rams. Niners won this one 31-14. Rams, another one of them teams, never got it going from beginning of the season up till now. They constantly been a letdown every week. They're going to have to make some major moves over there, and they're going to have to make it sooner than later. Oh, Dre got 7 losses. Yeah, Dre pretty much got to probably win out in order to make something happen. Chargers and Raiders. Chargers blew this one out 49-21. Raiders for me been a major disappointment this season. To have 3 number 1 wide receivers over there and never get it going, never got in the groove, never showed the spark. Oh yeah, that can't happen. How many times are you going to look up and have 3 number 1s on your team? So when you have that, you got to capitalize off of that. Raiders never did, and Chargers just handled their business on the road. Ravens and Titans. Ravens blew Cardinals out 60-27. I must say this is very, very, very shocking. Very shocking. Even if I took back to win this game, which I'm sure I would have, I wouldn't have taken them to win by this much. But the good news for the Titans is that it's a regular season game. It's not a playoff game. Should these two meet in the playoffs, this game means nothing in that playoff matchup. Now, don't get me wrong. The Titans going to know that he just gave up 60, and the Ravens going to know he just scored 60. So the Ravens will be going into that game with a little more confidence, just a little more swag. But at the same time, it don't mean it's going to be the same result because the Titans gave up that many points. They could put a chip on their shoulder, to make sure that doesn't happen again. But that's down the road. That's possibilities. That's ifs, ands. But for now, he going to have to hold this one. He took one on the jaw, and Ravens blew this one out early. Lions and Bears. Lions won 48-21 over the Bears. Bears season is done, but he's still playing to work as he should, to work on guys, to get guys better over there on that roster, get them prepped for next season. That's what you're supposed to do. No need to throw in the towel, even if your season is over. You work on getting guys better who you feel like you're going to keep on the team. So even though the Bears got stomped in this one, he got some guys, some more reps, to get just improve just a little more. Then we had Eagles and Cowboys. Eagles won this one. They blew out the Cowboys, and every win counts. Every win means something. We put ourselves in a position to where is that we can't afford to slip up and have no slip ups. We got to play good if we want to get in this playoff, and it's time for that playoff push. On to week 13. We had Vikings and Falcons, and man, this is a good win for the Vikings. And I warned y'all about the Vikings. I told y'all going back to last season, I said the Vikings can play. I told y'all that. And even though he didn't have the best start this season, I still told y'all about the Vikings. I said, the Vikings can play. I just don't know what's going on with them. But I've been telling y'all, and Vikings look like he might have found this niche. This is a great win right here because, the Falcons made it all the way to the NFC chip last season, but the Falcons are struggling majorly this season. I don't know what's going on over there in ATL, but they are not having the same success this season as they did last season. And the Vikings look like they're starting to turn the corner. And what better time to do it than now? This is a great overall team win. Scored 34 points, only gave up 17. This is a big time win, biggest win of the season for Minnesota at the moment. They got the job done and they handled their business. Steelers and Colts. Steelers won 38-14. The Steelers know if he's going to try to get in the playoffs, he got to finish strong. You know what I'm saying? He really don't have no much more room for error. But against a team like the Colts who've been struggling all year, that's exactly what the Steelers did. Handle his business. He won 38-14. Then we had Dolphins and Pats. Like I said, Pats, once upon a time, did lead the division back in the early part of the year by like week 5, something like that. They was up first in the division, but that has changed tremendously. Now Dolphins is in first. Pat's got about 7 losses. Pat's season look like it's over unless he finished strong. Don't have any more losses, but I don't see that happening. So it look like the Pats is getting ready for the offseason. But meantime, Dolphins been playing great ball over there in Miami, out at South Beach. Then we had Detroit and Broncos. Lions won 58-7. This is a good win for the Lions team. Lions been putting up some numbers. Lions one of them teams where, they waiting for the playoffs to get here. All of this is them carving out their niche for the playoffs. Lions been a dominating team all season, and this is business as usual for them in this one. Like I said, the Broncos are struggling majorly. They never figured it out, and man, I don't know what's going on with Denver. I don't know what kind of moves he even got to make, but he definitely got to make some moves for next season. Chiefs and Bears, don't know what happened in this game. All I know is I see 50 points and 87 points. Can't call it, don't know what happened, but all I'm saying is if I'm either one of these guys, I'm not happy about either one. I'm not happy about giving up 87. I'm definitely not happy about giving up 87. That just can't happen. But I'm definitely not happy about giving up 50. So if I'm either team, we got some work to do. But Chiefs won this one. Bills and Jets. Bills won this one 2016. Clutch win. Tough loss for the Jets. Jets is on the brink of missing the playoffs. They made it last year. It's not looking too good for them this year. They're going to have to string some wins together. And we're already in week 14, so they don't have much of a window to do it, but they're going to have to get it done. Bills won this one, though. He got it. He tied the series up. Jets won the first one. Buffalo won this one. So Buffalo making that late season push once again. Packers and Saints. Packers won this one 29-13. Packers, when I looked up and seen once upon a time, Packers was the number 7 seed. Don't know if that changed. I'm pretty sure that changed now. But man, seeing a champ, number 7 seed, haven't been the season that he's been hoping for. But at this point, he just want to get in the playoffs. He don't really care about what rank he is, you know what I mean? But that season's a different team, no Aaron Rodgers. They're building up a young boy, so it's totally different. But Green Bay still doing enough to find themselves in the mix of the playoffs. Then we had Bengals and Raiders, and man, this game is a reflection of the Raiders season. Certain things should just never happen. I understand it was luck that it happened, but with 1 second left and you just throw a Hail Mary or whatever you want to call it, yeah, it may be luck, but you shouldn't even be in that. You shouldn't even put yourself in that position. The whole setup on defense was wrong. You know what I mean? Nobody wants to lose a game that way at all. But again, to me, this is a reflection of the Raiders season. The season been terrible, and this is a terrible loss. You know what I mean? And this is what happens when you ain't playing with no morale. No confidence. These are the type of things that can happen. When you ain't playing with no confidence and you ain't getting it done, what can go wrong will go wrong. And that's exactly what happened in this one against the Raiders and Bengals. Good win for the Bengals. I mean, look, I don't care if you call it luck, catching lightning in the bottle, whatever. I would love to be on that side of it any day of the week. But the Raiders, man, just terrible, terrible coaching, You cannot put yourself in a position to allow that to happen. 1 second left, only thing, he got one opportunity. The chances of him winning that game is probably like a 1% chance. Can't happen, not supposed to happen, but guess what? It did. So Raiders definitely got some. But again, when you ain't playing with no confidence, these are the type of things that you open yourself up to happen. Ravens and Browns. This was a good big time win for the Ravens. They took out the Browns 48-14. Ravens, man, the Ravens, you don't hear me say this much, but they are definitely looking like Super Bowl favorites, because they are straight dominating week by week. They're steady putting a lot of points up and not giving up too many. This Ravens team, man, looking locked and loaded over there. I mean, I know it's the regular season, but as in right now, man, if you ask me who I think coming out the AFC, it's looking like the Ravens. But again, that's the difference between regular season and playoffs. Regular season, you can lose a game and it's always tomorrow. Come playoff time, the Ravens, or anybody for that matter, is going to have to play with a certain intensity because there is no tomorrow. But at the end of the day, I must say I like the way the Ravens looking right now. Next, we had Giants and Eagles. Man, tough loss for us. Game was closer than what the final score revealed. I'm not gonna lie, man. I tell y'all before, My record in the rain is probably like 1-13, 1-14. I can't play in the rain to save my life, and the more I play in the rain, the more I see it. You know what I mean? Errant throws, just can't get a feel for this rain. I don't know what it is about me. Everybody else seems to play good in the rain, but for me, I can't get a win in the rain. I cannot. And I keep every game, I keep playing the Giants. It's raining. No matter if I'm home, no matter if I'm on the road, I keep getting rain games. That's not an excuse, because he don't have an advantage over us in the rain. We both on the same field with the same disadvantage. But for whatever reason, I just cannot get it together in the rainy games. And that's a problem that we have to fix, because when it's playoff time, anything is possible as far as the weather conditions. So we got to get it together, man. I was scared to even make certain throws because of the rain. I'm not going to lie. That rain had me scared to make certain throws, My receivers wasn't even running with the speed that they normally would. It's just bad, man. But it's a great win for the Giants. That was a big game. We had a chance to cut the division lead to 1. We didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? So instead of jumping to 1, it now ballooned to 3. So at this point, we just gotta we can't carry this loss into next week's matchup. We gotta forget about that and focus on what's in front of us. And right about now, the important thing is just to get in the playoffs. When you get in the playoffs, everybody's 0-0. You know what I mean? Doesn't matter what your record is or whatever, how many losses you got. Get in the playoffs. That's the goal. Cowboys and Washington, good win for Dwayne, man. He won 35-23 over Washington, and Cowboys are at 500, and listen, they're not out of the playoffs. They still have a shot to make it, but they really can't afford too many more losses, at all. So they got to keep playing with the intensity they've been playing with, Dallas, been playing some good ball overall lately. Even when they lost, they still been playing good ball. So the Cowboys, they've been putting it together week by week, getting just a little better. And that's a good win for the boys this week. Moving on to the current week that we are in. First up, we got Bills and Giants. DP going against Big Game James. Big Game James is home. That Giants defense is pretty solid. Bills, we already know what type of team they got with Josh Allen and the crew. This should be pretty exciting. Listen, Giants at home. I want to go G-Man in this one. I'm rooting for the Bills. Absolutely I'm rooting for the Bills. But I'm going with the G-Men. I'm going with the home team in this one. But I think it's going to be close. And Bills definitely going to have opportunity to win this game. I just think the Giants being home that's the only reason I'm giving it to them. Buffalo's home. I'll be going with Buffalo. But I'm going with the G-Men because they are in New York. So give me Giants this one over Buffalo. I'm gonna go 24-21. G-Men. Next we got Niners and Washington. Black Star going against Rocket. Both of these teams' season is over. But nevertheless, they just trying to figure out who's gonna stay, who's not gonna stay. And with that being said, I think I'm gonna go with the let me see. The Niners ain't been doing nothing. Niners, I can't lie. Niners is disappointing too. I expect them to have a way better record than what they have. Niners got a good team. They haven't been getting it done at all. Give me Washington. I'm going Washington, man. Give me Washington over the Niners at this week. Washington home. Give me them by a score of, I'm going to go 21-17. Seahawks and Falcons. Falcons is starting to enter that territory where all these games, well, ain't no starting. They are now in that territory. All these games matter. All these games are big time and they matter. They are important. You're going against the Seahawks. Seahawks on the road. I think ATL pulls this one out, but ATL is not playing with the same intensity that they were playing with last season. Maybe they could turn it around right before the playoffs start. Who knows? But right now, it's just not there. But I will take ATL to win this week's matchup over Seattle, 31-17. Cowboys and Dolphins. Dwayne going against G. These two familiar with each other. They've been playing each other over the years. Cowboys need this one though. If he want to stay in the playoff hunt, he's gonna have to win this one. He's going against a hot Miami team though. Has been playing way better this season than they did last year. So Miami's starting to turn that corner. Cowboys gonna have his handful in this one. I'm going with Miami, but Miami gotta respect. He's gonna have to respect the Cowboys. If he come in playing disrespectful, he's definitely gonna open himself up for a chance for upset. But I'm going with the Dolphins. I don't think the Dolphins really going to play around. I think they're going to come in and try to take care of their business out the gate. So give me Miami over Dallas. I'm going to go 36-20. Chargers and Pats. Like I said, Pats been sinking fast. They have not been playing good ball like they was in the early part of the season. And, I just think that, they might have packed it in already. I'm going with the Chargers. Pats ain't gonna come into this game with no morale or nothing. So give me the Chargers this week over the Pats, 37-19. Vikings and Panthers. DK going against Eli. Panthers is back. I gotta find out. He's back though. He's definitely back. So if they play. But you know what? If they play, I'm still going Minnesota, man. I like the way Minnesota been playing lately. They playing better now than the way they did the early part of the year. And again, I told you, how you play late, don't matter how you start, it's how you finish. Right now, Minnesota look like they're going to be one of them dark horse teams over there in the NFC to make some noise. Give me Minnesota this week should they play. And I'm going to go Minnesota 35, Carolina 21. Next, we got Jags and Ravens. Bap going against Rico. It's been a long season for the Jags. The Ravens is hot right now. They probably playing the best overall ball in the league right now. Probably, I say, out of them and the Lions, But I'm going Ravens this week. I'm going Ravens big. Give me Ravens 44, Jags 14. Next, we got Bears and Packers. P.E. Earl. This is one of them games that Packers cannot come in slipping. He played the Bears late in the season last year, and he lost to the Bears. And the Packers right now is probably the number 5 seed or whatever, but another loss, they can easily drop back to number 7 seed. Packers got no room to take this opponent lightly. They're gonna have to come in and play, and they're gonna have to play. They're gonna have to play ball. They're gonna have to play ball. I believe he gets it done. But the defense is going to have to show up in this one because the Bears one of them teams, man, that you can't let him get into his groove and do what he want to do. It's going to be a long game. If so, I think the Packers, especially being at home, don't let the Bears just run up and down the field on them. I think the Packers get this done, but I'm telling you, this is one of the games that can definitely hurt the Packers if they don't play smart. But I'm going to go Green Bay this week. I'm going to go 33-23. Packs over the Bears. Next we got Lions and Raiders. Raiders haven't recovered from the way they lost from that Hail Mary loss against the Bengals. So with that being said, they don't come into this game to me. No confidence, no nothing. I think Lions jump all over them, get this done. I'm going to go Detroit 48, Raiders 16. Next, we got Colts and Rams. Both of these teams have nothing to look forward to besides the offseason. So I'll go with the Colts in this one, man. Rams been they just been getting smoked by everybody. Colts did lose a couple of competitive games. Seems like the Rams is averaging double-digit losses. Give me the Colts this week over the Rams, 28-21. Next, we got Saints and Eagles. My boys against the Saints. We're in the same predicament, like I said, with the Packers is. Playoff push. Right now, we're in the playoffs. We can't afford to come in and feel like we got the edge over anybody. We got to play everybody the same, get the job done, and just, finish strong. That's all we got to worry about, finish strong. I'll say Eagles favoring this one by 7 over the Saints. Next, we got Cards and Bucks. Big game for the Cards, but I think the Cards are starting to cruise in that division. Nobody's really putting no pressure on them. The Niners was once upon a time, but Niners just been They've been dropping the ball. So Cards sitting pretty, but still gonna be a very game. This game, this is one of them games that both users ain't nobody's gonna want to take a back seat. So this does something for confidence because this can be a playoff matchup. So both guys gonna want to win. I'm gonna go Bucks in this one. I got the Bucks to pull this out, but Cardinals been playing way better ball lately than they have in the early part of the year. So I think this is going to be a close one. I don't think it's going to be high scoring at all. I think it's going to be very low scoring. I'm going Bucks this week, 13, Cardinals 7. 13-7, Bucks over the Cards. Next, we got Jets and Browns. Jets is, like I said, Jets looking like they're going to have a hard time getting in. But if he is going to get in, here's where you got to start, right here, right now. Got a tough opponent to do it against, but listen, can't pay attention to that. You just got to get into your bag and do what you do. Browns, they've been taking some losses on the chin lately. I think they bounce back this week. But this is going to tell me what I need to know about this Browns team. They dropped this game. They definitely in their own head. You know what I mean? Because I think the Browns should win this. They're at home, but stay tuned. That's why the games is there to check out when they throw that cast up, see how it play out. But I'm taking the Browns this week over the Jets. I'm going to go 28-17. And then we got Texans and Titans. Titans still sitting good over there in that division. If the Texans could pull this out, this would be a huge win for them. I don't know. I don't like his chances only because the Titans got demolished last week. And I always tell you, our teams will get blown out, always come back and play better. The following week, I think the Titans come back, play way better than what they just did last week, and I think they pull it off. Give me the Titans this week over the Texans, 34-24. And let's go take a look at these. Let's take a look at the playoff picture first and foremost. And right now, these are your matchups, ladies and gentlemen. The 7th seed is the Falcons. That's the Falcons. It's Addison, Addison holding on for dear life. Eagles are 6th seed, Packers are the 5th seed. These things can change, and looking at the playoff matchups right now, I'm not going to lie to you. I don't think the Packers want no part. Oh, never mind. I'm thinking about the Lions. Never mind. Right now, Packers be playing the Cards. Eagles be playing the Giants, and Lions be playing the Falcons. All good matchups, most definitely. And over there in the AFC, you would have Chargers and Bills. Bills number 7 seed. That's definitely a matchup where Chargers would definitely have to come to play. Dolphins and Bengals. Bengals number 6 seed right now. So Bengals are in the playoffs. They got explosive offense over there. Dolphins got explosive offense. That would be a game to check out. And then you would have the Titans and Browns. Should they meet right now, that would be a good one to check out as well. So a lot of good matchups, both conferences, all across the board. Ravens and Bucks, as of right now, they get a chance to kick back and watch everybody else beat each other up. So very interesting matchups right now. But we still got about 4 weeks left, so nothing's etched in stone. You got teams waiting for somebody to fall off to get in. So it's definitely going to be interesting how this thing plays out. Let's take a peek over here. Let's see. AFC, the 7th seed is the Bills at 7-5. You got the Steelers at 7-6, 1 game out. You got the Jags, Rico right there, 6-6, and Chiefs. That's the Dre. Dre definitely got his work cut out for him. Chiefs gonna have to win out. You know what I mean? 7 losses may can get you in, but 8 losses definitely not gonna get you in. So Chiefs gonna have to win out in order to get in. Jets are 6-6. That's E-ball. Like I said, right now he made the playoffs last year. He's out. Chiefs made the playoffs last year. Right now he's out. So things is taking a turn. Things is definitely taking a turn, and it's like I told you, season to season, you root for that. You root for to see different guys step up and get the job done. So right now, only a few teams in the mix at the moment. NFC, the seventh seed is the Falcons. They are 7-5. The Niners are 6-5. Cowboys are 6-6. Saints 6-6. Vikings 6-6. And that's about it. So, listen, well, not a lot of games, but a little bit of games left, and like I said, teams is waiting for players to drop the ball, but anybody who's in the playoff race right now control their own destiny. Don't matter what people on the outside waiting for guys to do. We all control our own destiny. So one game at a time, and we just got to make it happen from there. But League just advanced tonight. Next advance is Saturday. Yeah, and I will see y'all on the next fifth quarter. I'm out.